welcome to another of Mrs. Patnell's phonics sessions. We are looking at a new phonics phase 5 sound today. In fact, I'll point it out while you're here. It is the U sound here. Okay, so that'll be our new one of the day, maybe with an and an but we'll come back to that sound shortly. Then we will go on to reading some words. We'll do it as buried treasure. Although my coins, you will have to forgive, are just white coins again now, and I haven't got my treasure trove and my dustbin because they are busy at school. But we will read our real words and our rubbish words on our coins. Then we'll look at a sentence and read it together with the new U sound in. And we'll have a go at revisiting some old sounds just to make sure we haven't forgot any. And then I will give you a sentence to write. So we are busy today again. Right, so let's go with our flashcards. Remember, the top pink ones are the phase 5 sounds that we've been learning over the last couple of weeks. So they will be repeated sounds of ones we already know. Okay, so see if you can remember them. So yesterday's session, or the session before this, is another sound. A normally comes at the ends of words and syllables. Oi. Ow. E. Our phase 3 ow sound. Or oo. A. Ch. Y. J. Oi. R. E. Sh. Z. V. Ear. Or. I. Or the. Z, usually at the wet ends of words or syllables. Ooh. Bit of arm ache again. Air. Another sound. O. N. Qu. Another sound, and last of all, but mostly yeah. Right, okay, before we have a go at writing our new sound in the air and on the carpet, can you have a go at revisiting some sounds on your whiteboard? So have your whiteboard handy and your pen. Let's have a go at revisiting, what did we revisit yesterday? Let's have a go at revisiting the A sound, but let's do it in the phase 5 way and the phase 3 way. So put both of them on your board. Remember, one pretty much comes in the middle of words, and the other one comes at the ends of syllables and the ends of words, okay? So you can pause the video if you want time to think, but here we have the A from phase 3. Tends to be in the middle of words, like the jam in a sandwich. And the A from phase 5, of an at and a y, that tends to be at the ends of words or the ends of syllables, okay? Remember, syllables are the beats in a word. So Mrs. Patnell has Mrs. Patnell. 4 syllables, okay? They are your syllables, the beats when you say a word. Right, let's have a go at revisiting. So go revisiting the sounds. See how many sounds you can remember and write them on your board. See all of them. Try and get every single one. I think we've got, how many have we got now? Is it 4? I'll let you know in a minute when I've done all of mine. So the sound. See if you can do the phase 5 one and all the phase 3 ones as well. Right. Yes, I think we have got 4 ways of doing it. So if you can pause the video if you want, if you haven't got all 4 yet. But here they are. We have got the new phase 5, made with an I and R, that's an sound. We've got the good old like this that we first learnt with an E and R. We have got the like when my class do a church over our heads for that and this one is sometimes but usually yeah with the 3 letters. So lots of sounds we've got going on there. Right, let's have one last thing to revisit. Let's revisit one that isn't a phase 5 sound. Let's go with R. My class often forget R, so have a go at writing R like you've been to the doctors with a sore throat on your boards. So R is a digraph, so it has 2 letters making the one sound, and that is our R sound with an A and a R. Well done if you remembered the R sound. Fantastic. Actually, I'm just going to throw in ear because I've noticed at school that we are often forgetting how to write ear in my class. And yet I often thought that the trigraphs would be the easier ones because sometimes longer things are a bit easier. They stick in your mind a bit more. So here is the ear sound. Trigraph, so it's E, A, and R, or if we use their names, E, A, and R. So that's the ear sound. Well done if you got those all right. Now we're going to go back to our sound of the day now. It is our U sound. Okay. So it's made with an A and an E, or if we use their names, a U and an E. So we are going to take our magic felt tip finger and we are going to place it. Now I'm doing it cursive, remember, you don't have to do it cursive, so start where you normally would. You remember how to do an A and an E from when you did single sounds, okay? So, but my class, we are cursively writing. So we're going to put our finger down here where we start at the bottom and we're going to whoosh up cursively, big smiley mouth, come down and flick to finish. And then the E, well, it's quite easy, it looks pretty much the same as a non-cursive, but it should start with a little flick into the E, then loop round and finish like that. Have a go on the carpet or on your table while you're waiting for me to get my pen. Remember, it's just with your felt tip pen finger and not with a real pen on the carpet. Oh no. Right, have a go at doing that. Now we're going to write it on our boards together. So it is the A or the letter U first. So I'm going to cursively whoosh up, come down like a big smiley mouth, and flick to finish. And then next to that is my E. So I'm going to start at the bottom because I'm writing cursively and come round for my E. And that is the new U sound. Quite easy, quite straightforward. An A and an E. Oh, I've got a funny looking up there, haven't I? But I was writing it a bit sideways. So hopefully you wrote that beautifully on your board now. Now remember, the words we're about to look at in our buried treasure are all going to have the U sound in, okay? They're all going to have it. So look out for it, an A and an E. Right, here are my coins. I've just rubbed out my word we're going to read in our sentence, so let me just fill that in before I forget. There we are. Right, my coins are here. I'm going to hold them out. We will say that this side is rubbish, this side is real, okay? So my first one, I'm going to mix them around a bit. My first one here. This is my first coin. Let me lean forward a bit so you can really see it. Here's my first one. Pause the video if you need to have a look at that. It has 5 sounds. I'm reading it from backwards here behind the coin, but it looks like it has, no, sorry, it has 4 sounds. 4 sounds in this one. Okay, because it has our new U sound of the day. So, 4 phoneme flicky fingers. The first sound is V. Second sound, E, V, E. Third sound is N, V, E, N. Then, sound of the day, U sound. So we've got V, E, N, U, venue. A venue. Have you ever heard of that word? Don't get confused with menu. but this is a venue with a V sound at the beginning. But real, have you heard it before, or rubbish? You may never have heard it before, but in actual fact it is a real word, a venue. Maybe if you're booking a party and you're deciding where to have it, maybe at some big hall or something, then that would be the venue for the party, where it's going to be held. Okay, let's go with this one as our next one. Here we are. This one has 3 sounds because it has a digraph at the beginning and a digraph at the end. So 3 sounds we've got. Pause it if you want to go by yourself. First sound is the digraph or with our floppy donkey ears. Then we've got an so we've got orm, and then the sound of the day on the end, you, orm, you, real or rubbish? Orm you. Well, I've heard of an emu, that big bird that used to attack Rod Hull, but I've never heard of an ormu, so I'm going to go with rubbish for ormu, so over that side. Right, next one. Here it is. Have a good look at that. Pause it if you need to. We have got 5 sounds in this one, 5 sounds to work out. So single sound, s, less, k, u, sound of the day on the end, our digraph, s, less, k, u, less, q, real or rubbish? Sounds a lot like rescue, but it's not rescue, it's lescue, so it's rubbish. Put it on the rubbish side. Let's go with this one. Have a good look. Pause this video if you need to. Now this has got 5 sounds as well. I had to work it out then. So our first sound, s, very close with the t, making a kind of st. So st, at, you, you, statue. It's a statue. Real or rubbish? Statue is real. It's a stone figure of somebody to remember them for their good work they've done. Right, okay. Here is our next word here. Have a quick look at it myself actually. Right, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sounds again on this word. Pause the video to have a go at reading it yourself. Now let's do it together. P and all at the beginning, very close together, making a kind of pl, ah. It is an at, isn't it? Yeah. Pull at. And then sound of the day, you. Pull at you. Plat you. Plat you. Real or rubbish? Plat you. Plat you is a rubbish word. No such word as a plat you. Let's try this one. Only got 2 more to go. Pause the video. Now let's read it together. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this. Yes, we have. Have to keep checking. So our first one is r, s, res, k. Sound of the day, you, resk, you. Rescue, real or rubbish? It's real, of course. Rescue is real. And our last one, have a good look at that. Pause this video if you want to. We have got a digraph at the beginning, a single sound, and then our digraph of the day. So only 3 sounds in this one. Have a think about what you've got. You have got argue, argue, argue. Real or rubbish? It is real. Argue. It's when you get a little bit heated with someone and you're having crosswords, you're having an argument. Okay, let's move on from our excellent reading of our buried treasure words today. So, now we're going to go with having a look at a sentence. Here is my sentence. Now, when you hear or when you see the and in these sentences, remember it's our new U sound, okay? Don't try and blend because now we know they go together to make a U sound. So look out for them, they will be there. In fact, to give you a helping hand, I will underline them to help you out to search for that U sound, okay? Right, so here is my sentence. Have a pause of the video so you can read it now. And now we're going to read it together. I'm going to come around the front to help point these ones out. Okay. So I'm going to do it as if we're blending, but if you were able to blend it quick in your head and read it quickly, then well done, pat yourself on the back. So, capital letter, finger spaces between the words, and punctuated with a question mark. So this sentence, the type of sentence it is a question. Can you? Oh, we know this. It's a tricky word. It's not the new u sound, but it's a you. Okay. So you, a common exception word. Can you argue? We know that from our buried treasure just now. Argue. Can you argue with a statue? Can you argue with a statue? Can you argue with a statue? To argue with someone, they'd have to answer you back. And as they're usually made of stone or brass or something, I'd say no, you can't argue with a statue. Right, I have a sentence for you today. Also, when you're writing this sentence, if you want to have a go at writing some of the words that we did in Buried Treasure, so maybe you could write argue, you could write rescue, you could write statue, you could write venue as well. So if your adults want to note those down, argue, statue, rescue and venue, you can have a go at writing those down after this video as well. But here is your sentence to write today. I would like you to write, sounds quite long, but they're quite nice short words, lots of common exception words, so it gets us used to writing those. Let's count how many words it is. Is it true that you can get blue glue? Okay, so that's 9 words in this sentence, but all quite short ones, no 2-syllable ones at all. The U sound when you hear it will be our new U sound of the day. Okay, so keep your ear out for that. It's in at least 3 words in that sentence. So that's the U sound I'm after. So let's say it again to ourselves. Is it true that you can get blue glue? You might need an adult to note it down for you so that you can do it. But remember, say it out loud before you write it. Keep going back and rereading your sentence you've written, even before you finished it, to make sure that you're pressing each word as you read it and you haven't missed any out. Those little words like get or you or can often get forgotten unless you keep saying the sentence. So is it true that you can get blue glue? So keep saying it over and over to yourself, pointing to each word to make sure you've got them all, okay? And I will see you next time for another phonics session. Take care. Bye-bye.